we learned with great sorrow of the sad and untimely death of the beloved husband, father, uncle, brother, General Major Francis, which occurred on 7th February 2026 at the Updf National Referral Hospital, Mbuya. His service and contribution to the country will never be forgotten. Mourners, when it's your first time to interact with the men in uniform, and they are aware of how they are trained, they are automatically people you can fear. Unless you get used to know to them, that's when you look at them as human beings, people who are jolly. It is by their training. But late here was a different person. God gave him a permanent smiling face. Regardless of being a soldier, when you saw him, you would see somebody who is very lovely and has that automatic smiling face. I'm just giving you a testimony because I'm not a soldier, but when I was appointed to work with these people, it took us time to see, are they lovely? Are they welcoming? But whenever we're in the meeting, this gentleman here, even if he talks or not, the smile welcomes you and gives you a covert that you can easily talk to the generals. This is the man that we are here today giving our last tribute. Mourners, I want to inform you that the army we have, the one now I know called UPDF, is a very unique army. These are people who love themselves during the time of goodness and during the time of sadness. That's why you see the whole church is full of them, beginning from private to the last ranks. They are all here because they know their own has gone. Death is a very trying and sad aspect of life. But we must be strong in the belief that his work on earth is done and he has gone to be with the Lord.
On behalf of the Uganda People's Defense Forces and on my own behalf, I do extend my condolences to the family, the friends, to the relatives, and to all of you, and to the Uganda People's Defense Forces on the loss of this gallant son of Uganda, a decorated two-star general of the UPDF, whose life was defined by duty, honor, and service to his motherland. We've lost a freedom fighter who answered the call of duty with unwavering courage and loyalty, a true patriot who contributed to the liberation of this country and indeed to the peace and stability that we're enjoying today as a country. Dear mourners, a giant has fallen. Takirwa was a giant in all ways, a giant in physique, a giant in command, a giant really in all ways.
I was the fourth child after, among the 12 children. I was the first girl of the family. And Francis was our last born. If it was so that at that time they had allowed me to produce, I would have produced him. He's so young to me, and I have, up to now, I've been referring to him as that young man, that boy, and people say, you are talking about a general. But to me, he was that young. When we were left two of us, really we never thought who will go first. We never discussed that actually. I should have discussed. But him, in his own wisdom, just before he fell sick, around the 7th or something, he was discussing with somebody. They were just talking. And he told the person, said, I wish, he now called me Aunt Mzee. I wish Aunt Mzee could go first. I wish I could bury Aunt Mzee. Because if I leave her behind, she's going to suffer. So you can see the much love he had for me. He didn't want me to suffer in the world. But God decides his own will.